Assalamualaikum students, welcome to the series of lectures regarding Medical Virology course. In our previous lecture, we just discussed about a brief introduction to viruses. So this is the second lecture, Viral Pathogenesis. Before talking about viral pathogenesis, first have a look on a famous saying by Sir Peter Medawar about viruses. He says, no virus is known to do good. It has been well said that a virus is a piece of bad news wrapped up in protein. There are some important terms frequently used in medical science. For example, pathogen. What is a pathogen? Any agent that causes pathogenesis or disease. A pathogen can be a virus, bacterium, or any other unicellular or multicellular eukaryotes. Pathogenicity. It is an ability of an organism to cause disease. Pathogenesis, it is a mechanism or a process of origination and development of a disease. Virulence, virulence is a severity of a disease or degree of damage to host by any pathogen. Disease, how can we define the term disease? A disease is an abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism. A disease can be called as an infectious disease, which is caused by pathogenic microorganisms such as TB, AIDS, flu, measles, while some diseases are known as non-infectious diseases, for example, diabetes, cancer, and congestive heart failure. The term syndrome. A syndrome is a set of medical signs and symptoms occur together associated with a particular disease or disorder. An example of a syndrome is AIDS. Viral pathogenesis, sometimes also called as virulence. Unlike bacteria, viruses do not produce toxins and enzymes to damage the host cells. The type and severity of a disease symptoms depend upon the certain factors. For example, the location and type of the cell infected, the type and quantity of the infecting viruses, further the body's immune response to the infection and the tissues damaged determine the severity of a disease. To cause a disease, a virus must invade or enter to the host. It means for any viral disease, viruses must enter the host body. Viral entry is a multi-step process that follows attachment of the virion to the cell surface and results in inserting viral genome to the site of replication. Overall, if we talk about the viral infection, a viral infection consists of certain steps. For example, attachment, penetration, uncoating, assembly, in which viral proteins are assembled. So, to cause this infection after entry, for any virus must be able to make a way to replicate in a susceptible cells and also to overcome the local defenses, for example lymphocytes and interferon, spread from the site of inoculation to other areas, further replication in target areas, exit from the host to infect other susceptible hosts. Sites of viral entry. The common sites of viral entry includes the outer surface of the eye, mucosal linings of the respiratory tract, alimentary tract, urogenital tracts, the skin. Virus particles may also enter the blood directly through capillaries by a vector or arthropod bite and also directly through scratch or injury. Spread of viruses within the human body. Since each virus has its own target organ to cause pathogenesis or infection, such as hepatitis viruses, which will multiply and cause infection in liver. In this way, certain viruses cause infections in respiratory tract and certain may cause infections into urogenital tract and some may cause infections in the central nervous system. So if we talk about the primary infections on body surface by some viruses such as rotaviruses, paramyxoviruses, papillomaviruses. Now after the primary infections on body surface, some of the viruses will replicate here and cause local infection. However, certain viruses will move and enter bloodstream to reach their target areas within the body via lymphatics. Now this is called as a primary viremia, as the viruses first time enter the blood. Here there will be some clinical manifestations appeared in patient due to viruses in blood such as fever, headache, joint pain, fatigue, chills. Now the viruses will further move to the organs of the reticuloendothelial system such as bone marrow, liver and spleen. Now here viruses will further replicate and move again to enter blood to reach their target area. So this is called as the secondary viremia, as the viruses enter the blood for the second time. From this region, viruses will move to their specific target organs to cause the infection such as respiratory tract. So those viruses which will cause the infections in respiratory, they will replicate here and cause infections. The viruses which are involved in the respiratory infection such as rubella, varicella viruses, measles, skin infections, mostly zoster viruses, they are involved to cause the skin infections, brain, arboviruses, and some the other like as canine distemper and herpes simplex viruses, they are involved to cause the brain infections. Cellular glands or kidney, mostly the rabies virus and cytomegaloviruses, they are involved to cause in these infections in these organs.